Hello and welcome again to King Mash Show, where we create a positive impact both to your health and lifestyle. So today we are going to continue with the topic of antenatal clinics. Also, on the first visit, despite all these tests, you'll get to have your TT jab. You'll be given tetanus toxoid. These are prophylaxis we give to all mothers, especially for first-time mothers. You get 2 jabs. Currently, in the new update, they are recommending you get a wholesome full package of tetanus immunization, so that in subsequent pregnancy you either get booster, and if it's within time, you don't need to get a booster. As we go on, we shall be discussing on the tetanus. I will tell you how the whole regimen is for the vaccine. Another thing they check, or they do, is they'll give you some supplements. They'll give you iron and folic. These are the basic supplements we give, especially in Kenya. These are the basic supplements we give. We give you iron and folic acid. Why is it important? It's because iron will supplement or will boost your blood level. And then folic is very important in development of the neurotubal effect of the baby, the brain and spinal cord system of the baby. Thus, if you get enough folic, you are going to prevent your baby from getting these congenital neuro problems, like babies getting things like hydrocephalus and such related things related to the brain tissues. Let me just say it in a layman. It's just about the brain tissues. So they'll give you both iron and folic. It's very important to start as soon as possible because, as we have discussed, they are beneficial. And as early, the tubal defect or the tubal system of the baby is developed early. So it's better to start as early as possible to take these supplements. Another thing you'll do, depending on the region you are in, especially in Kenya, if you're in malaria endemic areas, you might be started on malaria vaccine. And this is dependent on when are you starting these clinics. You get, even for tetanus, mostly we prefer giving the tetanus in the second trimester. It's not that it's not givable in first trimester, but it's best when you're given in second trimester. And as we discuss further, we shall see why we prefer in us to give it in second trimester. Another thing that will benefit from this visit, of the first visit, is health education. According to how you present or the needs that we shall identify in you, it gives us a baseline, or it gives us a basic on where do we start this education from. So it's not like cast on a stone that when you come for the first visit, this is what you'll be trained, or this. If I evaluate you and see maybe you need to start with the nutrition, I'll give you nutrition advices. If I see you need to talk about danger signs according to the first visits, depending on how you present, I'll start with the talks on danger signs that you'll expect during this pregnancy. So health education is really relevant according to how you present. So you can't qualify that this place is better because it started with this and this one started with this other one. So it's dependable on where you're starting. Another thing we do on your first visit is an ultrasound scan. We do an ultrasound scan to confirm the pregnancy mostly. So when you come for the first visit, we do the initial ultrasound scan, and as we shall be discussing on different type and relevance of scans, we shall be able to see what is the relevance of this first scan that we do. So these are the much that we expect to get on the first visit. Maybe if you have any question about first visit, feel free to post it or contact me directly. I'll guide you and tell you how important it is during these trainings and what you need to have in this first visit. Without ado, we are going to see what do you do for these other visits. Allow me combine from second to fourth visit. That is if you do up to 4, but now you're encouraging people to do up to 8 visits, from second to 8 visits. currently in Kenya, we encourage people to do at least 8 visits. So what is expected of you or what do you expect to get? Again, when you go to the clinic, you'll do the vital signs again. We'll check the BP and weight. Why are these important? Some mothers develop hypertension during pregnancy. We call it gestational hypertension. So we do the blood pressure just to rule out if you're increasing your blood pressure during the pregnancy, and if you are developing that gestational hypertension, we are able to manage it as early as possible. Also, it helps us to identify the other complication of pregnancy. So there are some complication which comes with pregnancy, which we'll identify as soon as possible when we start doing the blood pressure very early. So in every visit that you'll be going, you'll have to see blood pressure being repeated and being compared in the others, because there are mothers who are generally hypotensive. We need to see, how did you start your clinic? How was your initial pressure? So we keep a record in your booklet that you have been given, or the tool that you'll be using, and also we keep a record in our handbook. If you go to any clinic that you go, if you follow up the same visits, you see them writing in an antenatal permanent book. So there is a book where the government has provided us to record on your vital signs, and mostly in that book we enter your blood pressure and weight, okay, so that they guide us on how is your prognosis. And what's the importance of weight? The weight we shall monitor just to see how is the growth and development of both you and the pregnancy. And you expect, as you go on with the pregnancy, your weight should be going high. If your weight is going low, then it is concern unto us, and we shall start to investigate why is it going low. What are we doing in this pregnancy? And it will give us we shall need to know what shall we intervene in it. Okay. So thank you so much for listening to this. In case you have any question or you would like us to discuss something that you didn't understand well, please feel free to inbox or comment there below, and then I'm going to address it in the subsequent videos that we shall be recording. So thank you so much, and let me see you on the next one.